Ghana Premier League ewo Facebook share o like we have our comment na to ase repa ebemu a ye be gibre na ya kan messages ni nyina and so etimi ede amao emo remfi say Ghana Premier League live ewo Nua TV so Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays ye matches ni bi ema wo enjoy depende ya ye remedy 2 big games ena ye de ebremo ye be kotakwa na fe ye de ni atremu ewo enkran na matches mienu akese no yetimi ede aba abesomo enwumrei mene impirifo ekukuda miensa ena ede dwumai coach Ebenezer Sefa ewa ha oye analyst oye consultant oye manager ena sanso ye scout coach akwaba
nya me josu
bia wakode
o se tiefe
me dase director sanam ne pam mami
me shira
yeah so nim so baby girl
una woka
say ma catch HR say my salary no from fast na accounting odo do oje a o ma me na me be foka be adwuma eno ara mi ya
etiefu ti evidence no say nya problem
o say
etiefu ti I force o hwe
coach enya de papa
de papa nya me shira o but I hope say on go back you go
coach so number coach we dey here Inko Joseph Accra rep edema Breakup Chelsea na Inko no menim ne edi nachi anytime oba show you should be ano okwa na Breakup Chelsea elu oba wini okwa pe na Breakup Chelsea wini eti da be say Breakup Chelsea be lose na isi mo ba show ne so because anytime you be an SMC Inko okwa there
emi adobra
so why come adodo
da say
ada woda so di sala ana sala no medi eja wo
oh dey be me di Easter
okay.
Di Easter, but ye boa wo mo na edi.
Say Easter no me bedi.
Aha.
Nti twe so ko mo nginem de dende.
Sorry.
Ya be kama. Na mo shaban ma bibi. Because me te see ese okunantwie.
Mo shaban me titano. Because me expect say bi anka okuta ne sre na say ni tikra na nka esi ha. Tika yi sisi ho na nka e what I say. But why di nti bia na o twen. Mo try say upon show na.
So bibi aboko de.
Bibi aboko minya.
Na aden na mudi sala ni wie ye no because muku nantwie mama ebi. Ana woni e problem. Ana imagine ni semechi.
Oh ye be kase chi na oni coach bi na se fedin common na me kai about 15 years ago.
Hey, mo de bia wo kai bi. De bia mo kai bi question.
We kai 15 years ago coach be ye nam stadium on kola nkete abrantie. Say coach ayi akokra o.
O sa. Hey,
coach
ayi. So can coach.
Coach ayi. I was so jitum. Now ti asese.
Okay. Coach say on awoka. Ayi. Go. Una mkwaka wodi akobenya
bacha kawede
right eti perform yan sam ni omudi djuma enanwumre en no Inko Joseph Mushaban and afa coach Ebet Sefa but before you call a year depende matches awodo a eba so no yenko na yenko some of the games are etime call so week 26 of the Ghana Premier League e mo remfree se mediama sisi ade enyo mo na hihye no soro bibia ni Go Stars abewo mo na se free ho a mediama hwan se hu o ma tete point so o ma be hyase honom wo mo area no so gu so area but afi we dia nia ore no or the double figures na edewi 11 wonders etimi enya point against FC Samates ye kohwe matches ni bi na yamra
Protocol again Kute another ball into the fast line back to Protocol how the fans go and they do and guess who scored it is Asante Protocol Albert Amwa. Here comes Martin Jones' third attempt in the 18-yard box. Dogo is waiting for the ball. Not the best of two. Protocol just have a player down. Referee now whistles what? And Samba O'Neil is a man to see if he can have his 6th goal for Samba O'Neil! 6 goals this season for the centre back. Again, opportunity. Now Martin Donsu goes on the goalkeeper. Martin Donsu goes to ground. What the referee says, what? And Donsu is looking to make it 3 for Asante Protocol against Nations and Martin Donsu converts beautifully. So between Martin Donsu and Samba O'Neil.
This and week 26 Ghana Premier League matches no ATV Echo yeah. Mama Shasi free coach Ebense Faho just briefly. Asante Kotoko for the first time in their history in 6 attempts Omutuminya a first victory over Nations FC. Dreams FC. And so this particular weekend, Enyaman Sheda call as they expected. But then they won against Mediama. Mama Mediama and drop pay from the league log. Then baby any Go Stars epic that 1-0 victory over Vision. You see Go Stars and Atlanta Shepno. So yeah, we want some of the results by over the weekend.
David. My fan say 11 wonders. And some are testing one. Like in one.
Oh, sir.
Yes, I am one because over Kaya last week. Prediction on Ubizana about Kotoko. We can't say Kotoko win over Nations, but I mean, names on mid match of three. In the history between the two clubs, no Kotoko share in the FA Cup, but in the league, Kotoko share that. Either Abrankese, Babayara, or Boise. Nations, the Nations echo game, no. Looking at their front line, I know Nations a good side. Looking at their midfield, no, Zoli, Ivan Safo. I mean, these are very good guys. Sulamana and the rest. Kotoko ever game when they were coming into as underdogs, those are home no. But I think that the game planner, Coach Prince, the call game no more working man. Beginning of the game, no, Kotoko called a low block. And then this air try from Razak Simpson. He was only player. Then the opposite ball see
the defense.
Kotoko Lechis in a bear, Imana no, able to take advantage. And of course, Omunya had the opportunity, hit go for and no touch 90 man on it. And Kotoko realized they also must city back. Almost catch your on the break.
Yeah.
Albert Amwa on the day, no, na how they was so say Razak Simpson on 2 occasions to be a bully, and of course, okay, go now or share now. Kotoko against Basake. Albert Amwa feel Libya by there was the same crosser, I know called bicycle
overhead kick,
the same Emmanuel Kote. So just to say idea of my young training, and I think say Oko Gripman that's a centre back, no, and now awareness on that or form. I mean, one share because Brianna.
And even the heights crown.
Only Olympics. It won't even know. And I think the goalkeeper also am on home because decision making. But
yes,
the way I caught a ball, and there was no way I was taking an
yeah.
So I just said, to the credit, they were a better one. And of course, okay, second half now still. It continue with that long ball behind the Kotoko setup. And I think the changes are coach Prince, so yeah, at least. And also, for me, that means Kotoko be winning game, no, but that means bit much a of course, Dreams FC beating Mediama, no.
Say news because not much almost
a news because Mediama before this game, no matter how many matches,
5 matches, no more.
Of course, and of at a point there's 7 points between them and Gold Stars, and the Gold Stars leading by 2. And when you say a very crucial game. Dreams soon himself when winning game now. The next game is or 2 away games.
Yeah.
So they had to go all out. And I feel that Mediama decision making at the back that caused them the first 2 goals. Omuba game now it's too late for them. So of course all the Dreams FC credit the man. Apart from Karela, of course surprising Dreams. Teams no go of course maybe any Gold Stars. One mistake from the Vision FC player, a former Mediama player, caused them. And I think that still unbeaten at home. Maybe any Gold Stars they are on course and a difficult one for Mediama. In as much as Mediama bebo Gold Stars or Takwa or bebo Kotoko or Takwa or bebo Accra so as the last game ever Accra. Gold Stars bebo Nations or bebo Indiana, and these are bebo Samates. So of course it's but I think the Man League no more higher there. As of folk against Pandu out of Lions in Pandu, a game now me very disappointed due to the performance from both teams. They're not me expecting who is 90 minutes, 2 shots on target. One from Hasselhoff, one from Heart of Lions. And it's a very bad Ghana Premier League at that level. And the performance of the players, for me, it deserves to be a premiership game.
Right. And coach, Mamenko Joseph for Brecum Chelsea winning by 2-0 against Karela United. And subtly, it looks as if they'll move free the relegation zone. We can I said I said Brecum. When you are
but that's it. Mamindi can share wa shafo na Clippers Palu or HR manager of SNET.
Okay.
And the general manager of operations of SNET, Philip Kofi Senior. We empini for omo bom ho ban pa
na
omo in fact omo no mu pushi say players Ghana Premier League Division 1
yes
yes register omo na da omo ko champion for led by the director general himself Kwesi Afre Bani
omo first net sponsorship number 2 GPL Fie so because GPL no higher no be achi so omo the sponsorship ne ba na dey ato show ne so ne ya boko de wu said dey be ya omo so nsem ne nkofo beti also we waka ne ketu we want to beat
even though ne apon ansa na baba omo tin say me ba ha omo ni agi omo so inko boso pasolo ida say recruit Chelsea yeguso yes
enko bebi amude debi amuguso so debi amore 15th na mude yo si yeguso ya about 27 matches so
yeguso and say me fan say the last 2 matches are yabo including the FA Cup say who follow ya but who say isisayabam yeni nations brave pass only penalties no it all has to do with nyama bia na internal issues bia ewo ho ampinfo aseda am making sure say ya sinkonya atrase ama players no playing body na say mo bobo no for supporters and therefore break mind and not an individual nti o ma dwen say sisi ade o mo hwe o machi o mo hwe o mani de hia no say 3 points eno na ebo aye ma yetimi ebo say nye bibia nke ye wini ye qualify to the semi-finals of the FA Cup and na o hwe say Karela FC is not a small team of course omo kuta team pa but yetimi say obo 2-0 see and you say it's a point of no return yendi agrobio because your captain anane also you be a free breakum o say time be able lose match and I say be draw no say ontimi kra mpie efrifie enti nya de a ombe di agro but memma we a team bit say my fans a career so memma mo credit ball adam mo ball ye no say bio enye ball ketwa me free ho no ma kuma say Asante Kotoko any Nations FC Kotoko no akwa say so mo share most of the smaller teams and I say omo no omo kuma se ho ukaya Kimfeza na Kotoko share ombia mo bre no mo bre pa and sana corners before corners we go relegation into ya dey bia dey akwa say has and Olympics e wa ha into say na o kan for about 6 times say no mo timi show but Coach Prince no we mo wa kakra
we train na ye wa no
and dey be enye say train no but o hwe niema na esisi ansana
o dey be boss match
Zito ekoye na nka minim se nka obefa nla because uni na esase unim players anka under normal circumstances coach club bia obepam the coach and I said the coach very
the new manager bounce na ba omuti bi win matches bi to aso
it happened to Johnson Smith okko baseke
Holy Stars
omo share Kotoko share Nations share so about 6 consecutive wins
onye Lucy wo fie kra
you see enti ukasa wo echire na za ukasa sa na de adwuma no ma wo na say ototo papa so you have all the qualities to say you can say line up I'm trying to say quality players all the Premier League clubs maybe the first 3 you cannot count Kotoko out
okay
if you have all this and you are not able to get the necessary results na ya hadwen kakra
all right Chairman, may I say, Mo Shaban and so how a statistician at the Ghana Football Association, but more way briefly after week 26. So we'll compare last season after week 26 and this season after week 26. In Shashabia Bar, Sakrayabia Bar, who feel say points now for Funyano, Sane also Munya.
Well, last season na Kotoko, Gold Stars, Nations FC na as at this stage Kotoko nedi kind. Yabo match day 25 we Ekora match day 26. Now 1 outstanding game, but and Sunday you right into match day 26. Yabo outstanding game Wednesday. Then weekend yabo we na Gold Stars akodi kind. And again this weekend yabo match day 26 na Gold Stars akodi kind. Inti say the Sana can their Gold Stars for opportunity. So between AG Premier League and having gone on top after match day 26 last season, Then this season after match day 26. Last season, eventually, Ombe winners of the Premier League after making their debut in the 2021-2022 season. But the history of the Premier League, now we share years clubs now from 1958 I started about Premier League. Then from 1993-1994, I be a professional league. 1993-1994, 1994-1995, 1995-1996. Ashanti Good, Edgy League ne to aso miensa. And Omuji to aso miensa and Hearts of Folk be take over from 1997 and Hearts G from 1997 to 2002. And Sana Kotoko Babeji. And who share the history of the Premier League? Hearts, Kotoko, and FC Ashanti Good, and also Ashanti Good SC, and the Tumaji League, Atwaso. Apart from them, Obian to me ye bida. Over back from say 2000 from 2000 in ye, Maji Premier League in 9 year. Records nature say unye has unye Kotoko untumin defend a league title. And the last time a side did was 1996. And that is FC Ashanti Good. Inti ye say Gold Stars are Waji League no Baba Atwaso. But history so say from 2000 Oji Twaso I was also the third time. Like Has did from 2000 to 2002. Kotoko did from 2011 to 2014. Oji Twaso miensa and ye bida. And so this is going to be an history. But clearly the way I made money Gold Stars my insight say a Western regional league title ni per Ojina and a Sako Twaso and it is a 4 seasons league na koda Western region. Oko records no muso aye ten who bisa and maybe the last time I a dominance one region 2009 to 2011 brong a half say bi aye Doma Ediana FC then Brekum Chelsea and no kwa no ebeye dede say league title na koka brong a half region and a brong a half for ni ya ade but see league na so dan if brong a half I call the normal swings.
Asante region so dominating
yes,
after 2012 till 2015.
But I no crowd put the nim say Kotoko.
Of course.
And I will see him say has. But ye can't say be a league no if he has no Kotoko in sema share region back.
Okay.
Now almost dominating no say 4 times a year. Nature say the Abuba Banches Western region. Omayo Mujuma ye and also chese baseke also sheshe ne djuma ye also betimi abeje bi obabe the next season they say who baseke Holy Stars or G Premier League and so this is the dominance of the Western region. They go straight into the history books say at some point in time the Western region size league omoje kantam so
right eno mo Shaban ono so no koma odi atudwara no mame fa nwure mu e wo da pende matches awodo a eba so e wo the Ghana Premier League no we week 27 Shadow so say Mediama Sporting Club omotene fie omone 11 Wonders and Airborne Vision FC on Saturday also ebebo Basake Holy Stars on Sunday Hearts of Folk wamo any Swedro All Blacks and Airborne Nations Airborne Brekum Chelsea Karela United and Gold Stars Hoho United omone Dreams FC Samatus 1996 omone Bechem United Diana Airborne Asante Kotoko and after Young Apostles wamonso Airborne Heart of Lions I'm starting free coach Ben Sefa Eso. Mediama against 11 Wonders. A gamer Ibrahim Tanko cannot afford to lose if Opaso the title.
Me know you are doing because a fresh Oman Junimu or United with 10 men. It's immediate 3 points in the Fie. And only idea a course of Mediama very painful. And we shall give on the ball to before the normal boy FA Cup against a Trump division. Hope by after some ball 120 minutes with the kind of game a boy, but losing to Dreams FC, going back, supporters not doing any montanta because everyone there's any summer test about 2-2. And it tells you say
they're not the bad side.
They're not the bad side. And the BN will motivate you because relegation no but a official. The players also they are sure much say at the end of the season, including their coach. Team be better by fire.
Emmanuel Edu.
Team be better by fire Mayako. So I think I am and that is where it's dangerous Mediama. But speaking to Coach Ibrahim Tanko, they've learned a lesson from the whole United game. So I don't see how everyone is going to pick a point in this game on Friday.
No, Mediama episode or continue to challenge the title. I think these are matches are also managing to get all 3 points against 11 Wonders. The whipping boys of the league.
Well, 11 Wonders are whipping boys, but Omo disappointing sir, but especially their last game against Samatex. Now, share permutations I am a 1 away win. And you say home dominance, but Samatex share 11 wonders. It was a fixture ND 2-2. Now we take coach or make emphasis say players need person we BB and the chances say media beji league no so 50%. And na Gold Stars beji 50. Only media makoboa. I was so boni ye na media mato for Africa. So G League na. And that is where Edin Kofi Asamoah or share brace or share 2 goals against a your opponent a Samatex no. Ebe bad game no so person ye BB. A big advantage. The Mamo. Now, Ofa Media Sporting Club of 46 points. So we need game where 49. And potentially, Obaka Koda League no so waiting for Gold Stars Karela. And a game here Media Esipa. Again, Media got 6 games on the road that all we need. And interestingly, say Osan Luso fixture we are not dropping points. I mean, yes, sure say Media fans Nini Beji and a sweet victory for them. The last time they won the Premier League game was in January 25th, and at this crucial moment, I was some with the opponent way a struggling side over 10 points. Now 11 wonders. I'm sure say only motivation be than said the Mediama a mini game with some between me picking points. Mediama all players now from Felix J or available Kevin Nkrumah, Prince Owusu. These are Abdul Salam, Kevin Obin. These are all stars. We are ready for the game, and I still tip Mediama to go top on Friday, awaiting the results of Gold Stars and Karela United on Sunday. So we have the same points because Mediama were more goals than BBN Gold Stars. It is a Gold Stars draw, now Mediama win the same points, but Mediama will maintain the top spot with goals difference. And so opportunity for Mediama to enjoy the top spot.
Right. I know Mo Shaban on also the abandon. But young zoom straight to the Accra Sports Stadium. Because Hearts of Folk able away from the University of Ghana Sports Stadium about the Accra Sports Stadium. Omo hosted Swedro All Blacks. Kasim Mingelo Kanse against Masoudi Dramani. Mr. Free in Joseph. So crucial game.
A crucial game. Because we should be All Blacks Danwa. In Koye Mom. Omo topsman Rudolph Mensah. Ono to me onyana dia yana nyamamu ye difficult. Ema team bia ombeshia. Because say kotoko say omko hono second goal na idam. But Benjamin Asare eni ho. Agbeshi susu ababe replace it. So obekaya Agbeshi nya the chance. Yes, against Swedru. O da pa ma obia hu say as whether obetimi as nya sas yini bi say obetimi anya yes sas saves ni bi. E ma obia hu say yes. Na Accra Sports Stadium na omo san akom. Okay, I honor na omo.
Yeah.
And na omo board draws. Omo just say a chains of draws.
Yeah.
And na omo ye say oh ye call Legon. Legon na omo call ye nim the AC. Metie news and then say now we say oh some renovation but Legon Sports Stadium for say there's nothing like that. Almost say there's nothing like that. Maybe it's an excuse. I don't know, pressure from their supporters. Oh yankwa na emba nti almost anko Accra Sports Stadium. The All Blacks team omukutam. I don't expect them to go back to Division 1. Share the number of matches of winning on the Premier League. Na se mo be duru mo bibia minti say e bia do mo ka.
Yeah.
Ye ndemo ka. The say ye mam na se mo be transfer ma penufo. Alusu we ya. Na haso folks so say Didi Dramani so ayewa. Ma me mbo na baso. Because second round no e be starting. Almost every team had the opportunity to
sign players. But omunkwade.
But on Kwan Yasai. Nti has supporters no omunya abotrema coach. Eye mo wan say obo draw kra na obo
problems about.
Strikers no way. Ebi ni hosa time we say striker na so ope we no. Wan timi anta ama no. Nti say has supporters mo bibia. Say mo management mo board no na say mo no mo nkasa. Up to now me say say aban ya left you.
Yeah, left here.
Yes. It is a more bibia. Say you has of folk defense, and therefore they are goalkeeping Omo 2 pair no anka be House of Folk danye.
Yeah.
Match bi wo house match a utumu say defense no and therefore the goalkeeper na save the day. It shouldn't be so. Almost say go back one na some. I don't remember the last time
has share 2 goals.
3 goals. It's something and they will have to make sure they avoid it.
Crucial game at the Accra Sports Stadium. The return to that venue, Emma Hearts of Folk, Swedru All Blacks, baby Omoda, they need at least to avoid their defeat. Say they can hope say Ombetimi survive in the league. We feel say these 2 particular scenarios, you know, every play a major part in the results back from the Accra Sports Stadium.
Of course. The share All Blacks are in their away games, no, almost struggle to score goals. Almost good football. And Damenga, no, are changing the face and the play of the team. Almost more than power. But the share has to focus. I bet Dian Moma, if you're more front liners, no, because they are almost creating chances in Libya. The likes of Frank Aburaduku, Hamza Isa, Bauli Wayu, Henry Kwaku, Martin Kakari. Anytime we are not being opportunities, we are not blown away. And then my team no yes on the colleague. But once I'm back, difficult for House of Folk because All Blacks, baby Modano, they need a win at all costs. And House of Folk, so I share number of draws on my ball home. They should be on top of the league by now. In respect of say second window, no more any opportunity and side player piano. It's way a gamer. House of Folk have their own destiny in their own hands. Say, Obetima close to the gap between Omone, baby, any goal stars. Assets down. It's a 6. All Blacks ever game win as underdogs because based on the position, baby, Omoda our leg log. Omoda say about 14 with 31 points. And say, oh, sure, young apostles home, home. So if the All Blacks drop it, the game against us, these 2 teams they win here are falling into the zone. So it's a difficult game for both sides. But I believe that this Ramani problem has always been the attackers. But the Biamican said, we should be share strikers, special strikers, spend a share goal. Of course. So, the problem with House of Folk, no further, no. Because anytime Biana are more close to the penalty area, they don't shoot. Very difficult, say, House of Folk, ball. Now, 1 shot on target for the whole 90 minutes against Heart of Lions. It is that kind of like a physical attitude in front of goal. Yeah. The game where I draw, All Blacks will surprise them.
Right, Mo. For the tactical approaches of the 2 managers, baby, feel say the stronghold of the 2 teams. Not for you other games.
Well, relegation zone is swing you, and the swinging is a Ubo Fie. We win our call. Ubo away. Now we lose now Samba. Now young apostles were advantage. Owinia or 33. Swedru Blast equal away. Maybe our 1 point. Obeka 32. Then now our sound drop here that red zone. Muntisana league na babaye. But coach make you one emphasis. The only way I can 8 matches. All Blacks about 4 home, 4 away. 4 home guaranteed all points. But say 4 home because I swinging into really crash still. Ugusuwa, the only way for you to avoid relegation is to win 1 away game. And that 1 away game, no All Blacks, and was somebody who many koto House of Folk. So now I didn't think there was somebody who many koto House. So House about 12 matches were league game who Fie. We about 5 for Accra Sports Stadium dada. We about 7 were University of Ghana. 5 for Accra, 1 win, 3 draws, 1 defeat. Or 3 goals conceded 3. And then Oko University of Ghana about 7 matches, so we need 3. The first 3 we need say, hey, and the University of Ghana ni nyame shirayen anka ye hu ntemo anka ye the venue ni buy. We need first 3 we need 2 as in the last 4 we need now draw 0-0-0-0. And almost that be also nye den embo mama sanko baby omo 5 matches so mu lose back na fi baby a omo 7 matches so mu lose bi an consider bi no. And at the University of Ghana now omo consider at the Accra Sports Stadium baby any goal station 2 goals. But the positive is they say University of Ghana no share 1 goal, but at the Accra Sports Stadium we share only goal stars about 2-2. Maybe potential 2 goals so to me share. Now the first leg of their encounter and 0-0. It was Swedru Stadium and coach make emphasis on Swedru Blacks performance away. This is no way lose 9 away games. And now only winning 2 of the away games. And no draw 1. The only draw was against Bekum Chelsea or Golden City 0-0. And only lose 9. And we need 2. All the 2 wins have come at the University of Ghana. Say, oh, how soon and come Pekon has a dodge, you know? Because that is the venue where we need 2 matches.
So you mean to say has any pass some boy UG kwa.
I mean,
because we need too much.
already make your decision so move fear. And akofa once and Kaswe Blast you call University of Ghana.
A decision no making it abey.
So that is it. Into a key game the more. But young child there back a bit mania impact or game no and coach Debia can say Ushe teams in the modern boy. Idea I was true and that could have a potential impact on the team. Young how teams need to be aligning up going into the game and idea about Kwame Percy share their lineup and their potential starters because we share teams now usually our impact our teams the performance. Now the problem of House of Folk is it that team no create your own share and no to me create for me to me create because we share Hussein, we share Karim and then the attack the last game on boy against Pando out of line na me wa Pando we share Stephen Appiah sorry the third game since recovering from injury Hamza Issa Mauli Wayo and Mauli Wayo na sometimes on the day I want start your second half no ultimately making good use of the flanks ultimately creates chances ultimately goal and sometimes of course solo now I got to at the amount but on a good day it is difficult to see how to building up creating 2 3 4 chances on a day Obeka say Ebiome failed to convert and that is the major problem. I'm sure say almost strikers no a typical number 10 in the absence of Salifu Ibrahim Omunshedenya a creative number 10.
But they brought in George Paku from
Paku,
Accra Lions.
I feel
man opportunity.
Maybe next season Paku will be better. But a typical number 10, I think Adia Salifu do more in recent years with Nkobna. More.
Yeah.
Say Paku will take more time. Maybe they will need another player because Paku is a workaholic player. Hussein is a workaholic player. Karim is doing well. Rafael Amponsa is doing well. But about creativity, they will still need more players to do that. But I have no more blacks. All blacks are quite far. More young player we now coach buy no and not started so use no Andrew Squeno. Kasim Mingo buy no see no Andrew Squeno I will use him. Or buy a biome no. Was a William Danko muko fan if 11 wonders by.
Yeah.
He's been a starter and all by and so good when he must say. But Rudolph, omudio menya tono so do. Season way on year bad. The league a top scorers table on year bad. But Penny a year formed from last season 27 goals in 30 matches. Then again in about 26 matches, watch 7 goals, you know. And that consistency in a problem. But in terms of creativity, like I said, John Ando from Soccer Intellectuals, Awaba, Suedraw Blacks, Eric Wiafi Dakwa, almost 60-year-old. Yeba Meshen on Sunday against Heart of Oak, and Daniel Sowa, their defensive midfielder. Meshen Hawa, Sowa be blockade, Hussein, then John Ando be more creative and Eric Wiafi Dakwa, but me I capitalizing on the Heart of Oak defense. But in terms of game, my share, it was okay about Solomon Agbesi. Now, Agbesi first game, the first game was against Suedraw Blacks. Saying now it was Suedraw share Agbesi Beye. On a good day, he saved the situation. I did back one many J. Has ni Suedraw Blacks game was end-to-end action. Ball no be a creative chance. And Hanomo, me just a coach described my striker ni G ball no person the ball to attend and defend and quickly. And these are begging chances are how to folk failing to convert. And Oshe All Blacks on a day, goalkeeper Clement Ainechi and potentially keep up a game way Prince Derek Kofi or Soccer Intellectual Saba. But Adeba Kwama show this clip in the say end-to-end action I share Suedraw Stadium. No, these two teams are going to give us that because Omunina potentially has Becca say Marco 4 consecutive games with him me winning here. I was saying me call all out na me share. And this is Rudolph, a player to watch out for on your selfish. On a game, Obeka said, okay, me opportunity, but he tried to get his player. Unfortunately, ball and AET would work. And so, a tough game to watch at Accra Sports Stadium. Back to Accra Sports Stadium.
Right. I know Mo Shaban on the House of Folk and the Suedraw All Blacks. But, Coach, my remember also with the Ebiana and the Asante Kotoko game, no? I think, say, over the weekend, traditionally, this is the biggest game.
Of course. It goes beyond football.
Yeah.
In what Diana and Kotoko game, but Diana person say in terms of football, no, on the Kotoko AI and that's on any pay. But even no history, Bibian just said Diana and Kotoko.
Okay. All right.
And in football now, yeah, ball Ghana Premier League. Diana and Kotoko, Baba Rada. The first win on was at Accra Sports Stadium.
Yeah.
Fabian. time na Adriana share Kotoko 1-0. I think Samuel Bill they share that only goal for Adriana. Na Kotoko home, but it was at a class positive. Baba I won't show me that. Adriana has struggled a couple of times to beat Kotoko or Doma. But Kotoko so I share Adriana or Doma on several occasions. It's a difficult game, but so the squad depth of Adriana this season is very solid. I mean, remember Adomako, we will be said William Denchi, and I said we are Abubakar Adams. Yeah. Of course, Kufo Eko PMO Honomo. I mean, was cemented some position via all. Of course, Alex Wachi. I mean, I'm not sure we do a minutes to recover. Oban Fifi wa. I mean, most of our. I mean, Bafama is one player. Future stars are PMO Honomo. He has been very solid. Say Dusana. Upon Hennessy on the other side, and of course, Maswalata. So I share the team now. I'll be a very strong in terms of 50-50 balls in the first half of a game. It is a whole game. We a team now on the ball. Now when you're strong mentally, be with you. Adriana doesn't almost time me first 45 minutes. Second half be because the stadium. No matter how you ball. A game come on say Asante Kotoko. Bet me we need game one as only be free my be Kotoko me for the score. Lights of Prince Bedu, Hubert Jehu, said Kojo Baba Yaya. Possibly Manuel Entry. So Kotoko be free game one because you need to dominate Adriana. No force na manako the way you play. Or call wider boss remember. Of course, you don't expect Emmanuel Mafo. So bet my picking balls Nefi Samba Odela and I say Zakaria Fuseni. I mean on the normal day, no Zakaria Fuseni is one of the players that are very strong or the area boss, but Oba Kotoko non struggle. But I was happy for him against Young Apostles or the MVP. And of course against the my own mistakes will play or the game anymore. This is going to be a game, a very difficult game. I see a draw or a win for Kumasi Asante Kotoko in this game.
Inko, this is a game I think that the whole Bruno enclave no be routine for Adriana because of the tradition and ABBR around it. You belong to the Bruno enclave, especially with Brekum Chelsea. What I say, Adriana Shah Asante Kotoko.
What I say, said the coach kind. I said, "Menine Adri." Said Adriana ne Kotoko Shia. It goes beyond football, normal football. I say my transition be 3 years. That time, nami Kotoko. Nami communication director of the regional circus council. Long I have regional. Now, anytime via Kotoko, any Adriana bebo. Now share Chairman Kennedy, and then in Crawford, old man full line, then in Crawford, the way I must see organize for that match. No, that time Nina Kotoko could be anwa. Na mobile just a man lose a draw. Okay, say famous 2 year go 2 year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ha, kutu. It's a refugee ni kakra. One of the former Kotoko management members.
Is your Brekum.
Brekum.
Brekum Chelsea Kotoko.
That's the Bono region. Wow. Energy. Yes. Nti Adriana no say omo hia Kotoko no I don't know. Kwakwa say so mo GBB by force.
Say you know the title ship no. Yeah. Yes.
Nti me hu say e be tough because we share the number of players are Adriana free Brekum Chelsea. Mesaka free Gregory Obensetre. Any one other player. Omina no dodo na omonya ayo. It shows you say the quality. Oh, because players are Mesaka free say at a point no lead goal king. Brekum. And sana oko. What I say, but sanko funi na no omonya bimbo. But it could do so anything can happen. Anything can happen because Kotoko no so omo team pa but me who say technically there's something wrong. Technically.
Okay.
So
right, Mo, for your firm way, I think say game where there you are mo can draw now na be koso.
Coach mami be shame pa and asema coach can na ye no kre. Ukọ the potential starters for Adriana na o hwe Kotoko a obi hu say enye game a eye bara brojo o the league table no can asem ne dia obeka say Adriana first o win game we were top form and that will give them put 44 points. Kotoko so win game we are obeko 45 points or no so person the Premier League but the challenges is that Kotoko this season away onye very solid. Adriana also away onya there Kotoko win 4 away games this season. Now we lose 5 of their away fixtures as well and it tells you that Omo Ejuma Bebre na ye the last away game Omo call ye Karela Eshomo. And in fact, previously before the Karela game, Omukoshe Young Apostles 2-0, and again, Omulusu to Heart of Lions 3-1. And we the last 3 away games are made them out from Kotoko. Omulusu 2, Lusu 2, Ewini 1. And that is a big problem. And they have to put in a lot of effort. When we started the season, match day 1, now Kotoko Chelsea 1-0. I said, yes, Kotoko, sorry, away games, no bad BB. But eventually, our performance no at the paper form away. Ediana FC as well. We really just 7 games with Fie. Now Ediana I draw a games bear 5 and I will lose 1. Just 1 defeat against Vision. And it was a surprising defeat. Now you didn't say Vision no to me Kwashe Ediana FC but Kwashe no. Medium akobo draw, House akobo draw. Or Samatex akobo draw, Hoho United akobo draw, Basake Oli Stars akobo draw. And the teams are akodoma akofa points. The teams are draw super. Now, you show the records no now. Coach making reference to the title and I say wins are umenya Samokwesi Fabian records or also the call doma akotoko otuminya advantage over them. Now, when you're 2020-21, it was a season Samobio eba share Kotoko away 1-0. But the return leg in Doma ended 0-0. The first leg, Samobio's goal at Accra Sports Stadium. And Enuna Etmimo 4 points over Santi Kotoko that season. 2021-22, for the first time, Dr. Prosper Nateogum, Ekoshe 2-0, and George Infege Richmond Lamptey on the score sheet. Now, Adewe game we now a historic moment. A match day 11 fixture. Not match day 10. Kotoko ni Ediana kita the same point. And share match the 11 Wondoma. Kotoko winning 2-0 na Kotoko call top of the Premier League, and that was it. Omuda Solwa, Omuda G League. And eventually, on the history of the Premier League, and now for history of the Premier League, since I moving from 16 to 18, Kotoko another league in Israel for a long time. That was the 2021-22 after match day 11. This season, 2022-23 again, 0-0, and then 2023-24, Diana. 2-1 victory over Santi Kotoko. Then last season, again, game where you born match day 12, game where you born match day 11, and match day 12 in 2024-25. Now, the last game of Yahweh Champion as head coach of Ediana, Olusu 2-0 now no see Dabi, Ejumano, Mintuasubium. So all these moments, anytime I Kotoko Beshi Ediana bia ewo Adia Efimoba, either say Kotoko the Koji League, and I say the Pamu coach, and that is the records. Again, show the last 5 meetings. I generally we need 1 pair, the 2-1 2023-24, and the results no 0-0 2020-21, 0-0 2022-23. Into the last 5 meetings, Emumieno and in the draw, Kotoko win Mumieno, and Emu Bakon, I win for Diana. So dominance, the last 5 seasons, Kotoko Aje. Now, yenshe adea na coach make emphasis also na yemfending komo and adea me hu a na me yema hye me miss na say adea we say ya na ebe koso wo doma adea na say game ni be hye. This is a midfield battle. Maxwell Atta, Salim Uzeba father from Futures Stars oba second round, Seydou Sana. This is box to box midfielders. Creativity bia wo obi ani eden enti omo be pem our midfield war. Then you look at Kotoko. Prince Bedu said Kojo, yes, then Hubert Jehu as well will be part of a team. No? So any Adeba Kwa Yebenya from the game. Now we a Kotoko squad now. You can talk about Mafu and Upe player Bakwa, then Jane Okutabola, Onimjodi Bonia, Imano Mafu, then Dauda Ben Sidibe. In the absence of Chivanyo, Sidibe Suye. One striker or the Premier League in Abu Premier League in then Henson Amponsa. This is a young chap. Ameka say he's been a key player, even in the FA Cup. Ononoje best player. Yeah. He's been consistent for Ediana FC. I bet I'm more Benny Juma Biblia. I didn't hear. These are 2 center backs. So we need James Samuel Oseko for Alex Boachi. And these 2 players will be very tough. Abubakar Adams coach Aboni didn't remember Aduma Kumbuaten over 5 assists to his credit. And these are players to watch out for. From the wing side, for Adams Abubakar why there for him to play ahead of William Denchi. On his strength. Now, at the Bakoma game, we be in Nikambium at the goalkeeping department. One of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League, Osei Prince. Yeah. Very, very good goalkeeper. Then Dario Aziz Aruna. I think clean sheets at Kotoko are impressive. Ocean matches our ball. any performance or exhibit a queen but on share ma for her adwene down a bicycle cake san ni bribi or the bobo. And one key thing to watch out for in the game that would be Albert Amwa strength, Marfu strength. Albert Amwa kita inu dimbi, Marfu sukute inu dimbi.
Right.
Midfield battle Kotoko, midfield battle Ediana. A game to watch. The winner will be decided from the midfield.
Inko, mame fa unko mo game amoko nations. Become Chelsea at the drop zone against Nations FC at this season. Onyan Lusu match e Fie. How margin mo approach game the say because some kobo team are only Lusu that year and it is clear FA Cup no crown tray. Mo betimi.
You betimi. You betimi.
Abrankase. Enye neutral venue.
Ya ye bida.
Okay.
Aside say omo year free FA Cup no aye Emma players near Brazil, we are going for revenge. At a point, it was the last season. No one lose match. Be a breakum Chelsea and I call Hokosha first. So, Bekaya. No Nations FC or Brancasio. No moon beyond me. Say, breakum Chelsea and Ekosha. We are going to repeat that dose. Because this year, no baby, I drew. Ye ready say, be good breakum my animasi. Say, breakum Chelsea. Ye na enim aba Premier League no more team akwa Africa akwa group stages na abedru baby say nye players na my who say this is not the squad that will send the team to relegation. Nti yes Nations FC yes
oh okay nyam no the team to relegation
yes omo here ready sir say dey be two omo di say omo more time na brekum Chelsea be relegation no the captain no ono obi a native of brekum
yeah Prince Anani
oti ben yi stadium no pen o say lose match on team pie aja say on team pie nti onani abre na Nations FC no yes say bia ye kasa keke ye nim say omo team omo kuta quality players Razak Simpson obi a wako national team abane ade they have a very good team but not this time round yes okay. Not this time round
right coach briefly on Gold Stars in Karela last season Karela survived relegation after beating Gold Stars Ewo the Dance Park. This season, Gold Stars league title no. Who feels so many anybody for 3 points in war? Aliu Mahama.
2 seasons ago, Karela share me Diema.
Akun.
Sana also relegation. It based on what they are working. Not just the two teams ni no. Actually, if you are Karela, question number was surviving. But this is a situation whereby Karela, apart from some matters of question home, team behind team go 5 points.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm a very young team. Gold Stars, yes, away games no share that positive, sir. But they have a game planner. Say, oh, you know one, obey my pick points. But thinking about game ball against young apostles, no, say Karela in Ibrea or the Gold Stars and ever careful.
Mo, very briefly, the young apostles and Heart of Lions. I just say one coach and conference said that really, Bashir Hereford. It looks as if say he has flattered to deceive this season.
Well, Abdul Henan, so I think also started here. But for Bashir Hereford, we name the challenge because he's maintained the squad at a point. Because himself was so rotating the team and some results starting. But the last 16 matches of Heart of Lions, so maybe we need to repair. The last 16 from match day 1 to match day 10, perfect. But from match day 11 to match day 26, very poor and just 3 wins, and that is why today Lions are batting relegation or 34 points. And say the last 16 matches just 3 wins. Now the next 8 matches go, we need just 1 pair. You can imagine the survival way, a bed in their mom. And so and almost against young apostles, they say almost can swings for no. Almost the remaining games almost share. Almost away na anko. That is not a problem. But young apostles cannot afford to lose this fixture. Or you see game where occur because Ho United bet me 1 point or if you bet me winning or winning a breakum Chelsea konya 1 point in po na so draw blast nya 1 point in po watchim and Obera Beka 30 or the next game here away and they can't afford to drop these points because your next game away now lose and but yet say they over bounce it back no now points now be 4 and I can't 8 matches so a game for young apostles to lose they have to go all out for Heart of Lions. Coach can be because the last game, how many has now and the performance up front the center per aban they no ocha na e din say obetumi break it through the Aban's line no. But away a attack na a problem kakra, and if they are going to play this way, not playing shot on target, they are young apostles Oshe attacker kuta very good strikers. Hussein is a very good player.
Yeah.
Prempe, Samuel Prempe is also available for the game, and then the current top scorer as well. And boys, Opoku, these guys on any day, Ometumenya one goal winchi, and Ome lose just one game, winchi. That is against Kotoko. And entirely Ome lose 2 games, home. One Omoborn Doma in match day 1 against Mediama before the defeats against Kotoko. And we share teams are Koshomwa, Ome teams are top 4, Kotoko, Mediama, and Heart of Lions will be on day. So we are just a single point against Young Apostles.
And more, for some predictions, Mediama ball against 11 Wonders here, one by one. Why not share?
Mediama straight win.
Okay, coach. Inko vision ne Basake.
Vision.
Coach, Heart of Oak Sweden Blacks.
A draw, a win for Heart of Oak.
Mo Nations Brekum Chelsea.
Nations FC win.
Me say Inko because straight for Brekum Chelsea. For some didn't question tight corner. Inko Karela ni Go Stars.
Hey. Draw.
Okay. Yes. Coach, how are United Dreams FC?
Draw.
Mo Samatex Bechim.
Samatex.
Inko Eduana ne Asante Kotoko. Inko Ubefa Shinyani ako. Ubeko puno.
Reality.
Okay. Inko say Kotoko Beshe. Young Apostles, coach. Young Apostles, Heart of Lions.
Young Apostles.
Now it brings me back to the final conversation. Blaster Sebo against Austria and Germany in a friendly game. Inyanente 2 players are a draw. Inyaki Williams are a draw. Sasso and Brandon Thomas Asante. Yakofa Ransford Yeboah Collins Doffa. Ediaba team no more. Coach, I'm starting field so. What is not a perfect opportunity? Yebenya local players maybe to go have a feel of some of these games.
Well, I believe the coach is no correct. Actually, your leg, you know. Me, I'm here with me. 1 or 2 players be or come a person on the war squad in him. Unfortunately, no to he believes that Oma from no players or bet me amana who the team or bet me represent Ghana or the Mundial. So for me, I think that we need to support the players on war in there because you order 2 friendly matches to play against Mexico and of course Wales. Because you're too closer to the World Cup, they be our own other player be unfair. But your history, your friend is saying Habib Mohammed of King Faisal. Not saying nobody or Blaster or the Cobo World Cup. So you have more of that support, and I believe that friendly on Friday, you know, opportunity for Toado for Ghanaians to see say your team.
Okay.
Because your team uncle AFCON, uncle about 3 matches and after 4 matches. Because this is the time your core of your team. You can't say about 11 players, about 9.
Yeah.
We are consistent in the team. And let's say you go picky department. Yes, it's a Benjamin Sari, coach Nakaso number 1. What prove you? Osha right back, Caribou and Chi, and of course Marvin. No, Ali said he's not in the squad. We were planning on the over. The Marvin Sananya, or a new Osha,
Derek
Atakon, and of course Osha Gideon Mensah. Gideon, I'm saying that on your competition ever since Baba Rama, yes, team about Blaster. Over the center pair now, they didn't say Jukuni Salisu, and then I just tell you Jukwa Bopeng. Upon prepare any Juku Moe on a data about Jerome Fukuni Wabo. It's a player be a Otado be in a page you could should be able to play.
Okay.
And of course, they show you for that. To me, 2006, 2010, 2014, and Qatar.
This should be our worst.
This is the weakest method. Of course, make Babu Bodi, the likes of ACN, Stemian Pia, Kevin Prince Boateng, Sulia Lumutari, Antoniana. Of course. So when you mention this method compared to a Kosizibo, the likes of Thomas Tefate, psychologically, I think Tefate needs to come up. But let's look at this game, say a game up. Utado prepared to face the Germans at the end of the day.
But I say, finally, Ghana match na yekobono. Yenko say yekwako wini, and I yenko say yekwako good performance. When you both friendly match be a lose, you say yadio. Sa na yenko hweno, and I say Utado go all out to go and win.
Oh. Performance be put it up. Na say the main tournament I'm for it. because say be ko ewini na be ko tournament na fi de be ko toto papa so de nko using access players no who say this is the right position for this or that and no na ehia me because inclusion is be aba say na o kan but as the Premier Division rep on Gaka Esco I must say it here say I'm not happy say your Premier League na ye na ye promote Onua TV mo promote say ewiase na be hu say ye wade papa Ghana ban edi sika invest ewo mu say ye mbo man ye yie no this is the best opportunity and kabetimi di promote your Ghana Premier League
okay
nka anye hwe no 5 players from the local ye bo the dinwa station bi abebo say ye outside and say abebo say we
Hearts of Benjamin Asari, Hearts of Folk,
Hearts of Folk. Abetamu kuma say Asante Kotoko.
Ghana.
Yes. Rudolph Mensah.
Swedro All Blacks. Swedro Ghana.
They promote here there.
Okay, nice.
Nkofo omo de omo abayi. Menji so omo ina no omo ye da active. And omo betimo anya bia abo. Out of the numbers no, ayi so I be 20 bi. So the rest. And aside that no, unim say ye call World Cup no. Sika bi wo hono ma ye de ma.
Yeah, the match.
Enti yembre na yembo qualifiers no. Ye wi a si ye mfa ya ban mfa supporters nko ye ko sponsorship. Na sika kakra beba na ya cha ma ye Premier League no ye si ade atwatua ye ka no. Ye san ko foreign players no. Na omo asan agi ade akomo omo class.
Nko abotre.
Omo san agi akomo omo clubs so. Their clubs will benefit.
Yerasi. Nko Joseph na wotene nka no coach ebensefa ebaye saso na mo shaban ebaye perifo erenwure madam ase sharing so say GPL Fie man Thursdays from 9 to 10 p.m. any tenase any jumedi no ebra we dey Solomon Abankwa the Superman as like I say cover the entire production crew from sound to light to directors to switchers and will be a camera for nyina a very big evening enko FM nyame adoma ochina ye the live coverage of the Ghana Premier League mediama and after 11 wonders yere brel saso and on Sunday yebesa trase na ye the Hearts of Folk and so do All Blacks game no e dey abesomo and that note you say mohwe mo hu o na wo wade wadwen say obeye ziba e wo minisanam ya brabum no because that na mabom paye Holy Ghost fire be see so e wo fi and that note we say a very big evening and confirm ya kram